My name is Mona Lisa Siberry. I've been involved with the Y. It'll be 10 years in August.
My name is Lori Campbell, and I have been involved with the Y since 1997.
My name is Corey Marshak, and I have been with this Y since 2010.
I am Jim Moore, and I have been involved with the Y for approximately 70 years. The YMCA on Market Street was built right about the time I left to go to college, the early 60s. And I grew up right across the street on Barnard Drive. I wish they had built it while I was living there. I'd have been there every minute of every day playing basketball.
I did not know that the Y was where it was. I got lost going up Market Street looking for that Y because it was back away from the street. It was busy, it was happy.
My first impression of this Y here was it was something that I wanted to be involved with.
I still had the smell of that Y burned in my brain. So I can still feel the cinder block walls walking down the hallway. It was always inviting.
I first came to this YMCA like many people, looking for a place to spend some time with family, working with my kids as a volunteer coach, and getting a little bit of exercise. My first impression was some great staff. Saw a lot of people that were very warm and welcoming. The first time I heard about Camp Kirkwood was when the presbytery was thinking about selling that piece of property.
Well, I don't know if anybody knows, but I think I was the one that suggested my brother-in-law, Pete Sutherland, who was involved with Kirkwood, talked to Dick Jones at the Y.
But as we began having a conversation and talked through some ideas, it became a tremendous opportunity for Southeastern North Carolina. It has been a labor of love for me, I will tell you, because I really believe in what camping can do for kids and families. We have added a lot of what I call program elements to the camp. Whether that's a small challenge course, a personal challenge course, maybe it's a high ropes course, maybe it's archery or BB guns, a kayak or paddle boards. The things that you hear about and see at any camp across the country are now a part of Camp Kirkwood. We had over 500 kids in overnight camp last summer and are serving thousands of kids in an environmental education program that happens in the spring and fall. So it really is a great resource and a great place for kids to spend a day, a week, or a summer at Camp Kirkwood.
Livestrong came about in the beginning of 2012. I received a call from Dahlia Neer that they were starting a Livestrong program. It was very important to me because I had become a cancer survivor since I'd moved away from the YMCA in Wilmington. And to see them go through that process and to be able to relate with them in a way that not everyone can was a benefit for me, because I get a lot more out of it, I think, than they do.
But Livestrong was great. It was great because my dad was in the second class. He got throat cancer. We saw a difference in my dad when he joined Livestrong. It's a great program.
We have graduated almost 400 people in 39 sessions.
In 2012, there was a long-term YMCA member, Channing Daniels, who passed away. One of the things he left behind was allocation of some money to do something great in aquatics. Didn't even say what to do with it. And that's when, as a staff team, we visited other YMCAs, and we went to the Raleigh YMCA, and we found that a lot of their communities are offering free water lessons for adults and kids, and that's how we came behind the Swim for Life program in 2012.
A lot of people that live around this area don't know how to swim. A lot of them are afraid of the water for some reason. I got a lot of my church members to come here, and they did Swim for Life. And I'm going to do it at the end of March.
Just seeing people that would not otherwise be drown-proofed become that way because of this program is really inspiring.
We started with 2 Swim for Life programs at the Wilmington Family YMCA, And now we have 5 locations throughout our community and surrounding areas.
So about 5 years ago, the city of Wilmington approached the Y and said, would you, the Y, consider managing the 3 city pools that we open in May of each year and keep open until September? And we said yes. We knew that it would be a challenge, but I think that we've done a really good job at partnering with the city.
We were able to take what we do really well with community services and events and be able to bring that aspect into the city pools to offer more water aerobics and swim lessons and leadership program for lifeguards and job opportunities.
In 2015 was a challenging year for us.
There it is. I said, oh my goodness, the Y's on fire.
At about 11:30 at night when I got a phone call that said, Dick, the Y's on fire, you need to come down here. And as I was driving, to my right was a bright orange, and I saw smoke and flames over top of the trees and the houses that were there, and knew that it was something that we would be challenged to face. All but 3 of the trucks and engines that are available in New Hanover County were on site.
I was heartbroken, really. I'd say, well, all my friends, I'm gonna miss them because we're gonna all be scattered everywhere, because I consider the Y as part of my family life. It was like a crushing feeling to see the Y on fire.
And then we realized, okay, what are our next steps? Where are members gonna go? Because they lost kind of our hub in our community. But what was so amazing from the fire was it wasn't gone, because the human spirit lived on.
It was really devastating at first, but I think the devastation part only lasted like 24 hours. The community feel was so different. We had classes with no equipment, nobody complained. They were fine with it, they were happy to have what we had. And the community outreach was amazing. Moving into the Expressway, it's just really amazing that we made that transition in only 7 months. I think the Expressway is kind of like a test run for the Near Family Y, and we got to order all the new equipment, make choices about that equipment, experiment and see what was working and what wasn't, so that when we moved into the Near Family Y, we would actually know what was going to be a good fit.
You know, that was a terrible thing to happen, but it really spurred us on to do some things that we've been talking about doing, and everybody pulled together. It turned out to be a real blessing in disguise, I think.
Our Y has been very involved in childcare and after-school care in many locations throughout the community.
Temple Baptist ended up being a great location for us. We were able to not only move Pine Valley there, but we began picking up from a couple other schools.
And in 2016, some of the elders from Temple Baptist Church approached the Y and approached me and said, Dick, you all have been a part of our facility for about 3 or 4 years now, and we are wondering if you'd be interested in operating the entire facility. That was the beginning conversation with the YMCA and Temple Baptist Church about what is today known as the Midtown Y, Temple Baptist Activity Center.
We've talked about putting satellites here, satellites there. We had one in our own backyard. This was like a mini YMCA.
The grand opening for the Midtown Y, it was great. I remember being there that day and just seeing the line out the door for people from the community that wanted to see the building and see the space, and excited to have the opportunity to work out on that side of town at the Y.
And Midtown has its own character and flavor, and I'm there mostly with pickleball, and it's been a real opportunity to make good new friends that I wouldn't have found otherwise.
Yes, we saw membership growth, but we also saw program growth. So I saw after school grow, I saw summer camp grow, and it's because we said, yes, as a Y, we are focused on this part of town, we're gonna be here, and so parents felt more reassurance that they could send their kids there for the long term.
I think as a Y, we had the opportunity to pause and say, what are the things that we were lacking, before the fire, and what can we do different to help, our members in our community. Being able to recreate the youth wing and serve our youth, and to take all the hallways that we used to have at the old building and actually create big spaces with them.
So it was exciting to be able to offer some input into the wellness area when we were developing it, along with our members and our other staff. And to see the end result is very exciting.
Grand opening. Well, first, I think it's a big shout out to our staff team. Everyone worked so many hours to be a part of just the grand opening moment, and to have that ribbon cutting and to have all the staff up front, and then to look over out into our parking lots and see all the people that have just been waiting to walk through those doors. It was a little speechless moment.
I have never seen so many people. It was great to see that everybody wanted to come out and, celebrate with us. They wanted to come and join our family.
And with the grand opening of the Near Family YMCA and looking at where we're growing, we made sure that we had a youth wing with a teaching kitchen, and now we're serving multiple kids at the branch. And we even have a bigger kids zone area with the slides, so we're able to serve more youth with the reconstruction of how the footprint looked at the Near Y.
They're growing. They keep growing and growing, and Corey's doing a great job. Every program that happens to do with kids fills up fast. I tell them, I said, when you see that program come out, better go ahead and sign up, because they fill up so fast.
Over the past 10 years, I've really seen how the Y has truly impacted families. Today, we've got 3 YMCA program locations, 3 elementary schools, and then a church that we partner with in Leland. So in 2010, when I came here, we had roughly 75 kids in our after-school program, and today we have around 500 after-school kids.
This is our 45th year of soccer in our community. I don't know if anybody knew that, but we've been having soccer at the YMCA for over 45 years. In 2015, we had 1 site, and now in 2020, we have 10 locations for soccer. And we had the partnership with the Hammerheads that we did in 2019, and now we serve over 3,400 kids in soccer.
One of the things that I think has been significant about our Y in the last 10 years is that we have seen a lot of growth in areas that are different than the traditional membership. Probably about 8 years ago, we had some individuals from New Hanover County Schools that came to us and said, we have been operating this program through grant funding, and that grant funding is drying up, and we would like the Y to consider taking that program on and continuing to provide it to schools in our community. That was my first introduction to Girls on the Run. Girls on the Run and Stride are now one of the farthest reaching programs that our Y operates. When we started it about 8 or 9 years ago, it was to serve kids in New Hanover County schools. Today we serve some 18 counties in eastern North Carolina. We've also sought partners in each of those regions of North Carolina, and so we partner with about 4 or 5 YMCAs. It's a great partnership with those YMCAs in the community.
I think what's different about the Wilmington Y, like any other place, is the people. Every place that has a Y has buildings and maybe swimming pool and basketball courts. We're just very fortunate at this point in time to have the best people we've ever had, leadership, staff, board members, and so all those things combined make us a little bit different, I think, in a good way.
Even though the community gets bigger, it's still close, as opposed to the community getting so huge that you feel left out. I think that has probably been the mission from the beginning and has been well achieved.
When I think about the last 10 years at the Y and some of the things that I think we should be most proud of, it's our ability to connect with and collaborate with the community. The fact that the Y and the community are more closely embracing today is certainly one of the things I'm most proud of, that we have moved in that direction.